Humanity has always wondered about its past, and many historical ruins have been found and interpreted. Each new discovery brought new information. But such a discovery was made that a historical structure was found that would rewrite history and change all balances. That place was discovered in the city of Şanlıurfa in Turkey. Göbekli Tepe is the oldest structure discovered in the world. Göbekli Tepe is 7,500 years older than the oldest known structure and temple so far. It is 7,000 years older than the world-famous Stonehenge in Wiltshire, England, and 7,500 years older than the Egyptian pyramids. It was first discovered as an archaeological site in 1963 during a survey conducted by Turkish and American scientists. The results of this study were published in 1980. Göbekli Tepe is located near the village of Orincik, 20 kilometers northeast of Şanlıurfa, in a position dominating a wide field of view with a diameter of approximately 300 meters and a height of 15 meters. One of the factors that make Göbekli Tepe one of the most important discoveries in the history of archaeology important is that 12,000 years ago, people who were hunters and gatherers, who had not yet settled down, built Göbekli Tepe without using any tools or machines, using flint stones and relying solely on human power. Göbekli Tepe has refuted the thesis that nomadic communities learned agriculture and settled down to settled life, which has been taught in history lessons for years. While it is thought that the transition to settled life occurred with the emergence of farming and animal husbandry, it has been observed that the transition to settled life occurred as a result of hunter and gatherer communities coming together in religious centers such as Göbekli Tepe. People have turned to agriculture due to the desire of crowded communities to be close to the center of worship and the lack of sufficient resources in the environment to meet the needs of these communities. The most important feature that makes Göbekli Tepe different from other monumental structures is that, in addition to being built 12,000 years ago, the obelisks in the area clearly symbolize humans. Göbekli Tepe also reflects the advanced symbolic worlds of the Neolithic period. Man is a high-level representative of man's creative genius. The human and animal statues and stonemasonry in the area are made at a level that would make today's sculptors and artists jealous, and most importantly, people used this place of worship after 1,000 years of use. He closed it with his own hands, prioritizing the feeling of return and protection. Although the discovery date of Göbekli Tepe dates back to 1963, which opened new pages in history and necessitated changing some information that had been accepted for hundreds of years, the first excavations started in 1995. Between 1995 and 2006, under the chairmanship of the Şanlıurfa Museum Directorate, professor from the German Archaeological Institute, Dr. Harold Hauptmann, and later Dr. Uninterrupted excavations were carried out with the participation of Klaus Schmidt and his team. Since 2007, under the chairmanship of Klaus Schmidt, the Council of Ministers passed the decisive excavation status. As a result of the excavations carried out so far, 4 layers have been unearthed in Göbekli Tepe. The uppermost layer I is the agricultural surface fill, and the remaining 3 layers date to the pre-pottery Neolithic period. Among the most important structures in Göbekli Tepe are the T-shaped obelisks. The upper part of these obelisks, made in human form, represents the human head, and the lower part represents the human body. These are structures excavated in one piece from the quarry near the area. Some examples even have arm and hand reliefs. Animal reliefs such as lion, fox, gazelle, wild boar, aurochs, snake, bird, insect, and spider are among the details on some of the obelisks. As you can imagine, there are various legends and rumors about such an ancient sanctuary that have survived from the past to the present. For example, one of the popular theories is that Göbekli Tepe was buried by human hands. According to various studies, the temples in Göbekli Tepe are buried in the ground approximately 1,000 years after their construction. The reason for this is that the soil layer where the temples are located has an appearance that has been leveled by human hands instead of natural ways. According to another theory, the first known brain surgery in history was performed here. Göbekli Tepe, which is the work of great organization and imagination, constitutes the 0 point of history in many senses, beyond the oldest monuments and firsts of this size. In a period when man lived as a hunter-gatherer, his construction of temples that required advanced architecture caused astonishment all over the world. The temples, which reflect the belief world of prehistoric people and are enriched with animist figures, have made Göbekli Tepe one of the most important discoveries in the history of archaeology. Although Göbekli Tepe has revealed a lot of new information, unsolved questions about the finds continue to preoccupy scientists. Who built these temples, how the columns weighing up to 60 tons were transported and erected here, why they were buried by covering them with tons of soil and stones, and what exactly was the purpose of the temples are mysteries that remain to be answered and will probably require years of research. The only thing that is certain is that all these researches will continue to contribute to human history and completely change what has been written so far. If you want more information like this, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.